Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. I'm back from all of my traveling. I was a little under the weather when I got back, so I didn't do very much recording. But here I am today. We're going to be doing my Chromie theory crafting video right after this. So it'll probably come out either tonight or tomorrow. But first, I wanted to show an alternative build to the Zeratul one that we showed in the last video. The last build was all focused around Wormhole blades, which allows us to teleport to our enemy to deal more damage. This is so good versus Tracer, but in Hero League, it is extremely likely right now that Tracer is going to be banned, so you don't really have to pick Zeratul for this talent alone. What you can do is give him a ton of wave clear, a ton of burst damage, and allow him to still delete just about any assassin from the game extremely quickly.
I serve.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on the Sky Temple today. Our team comp's a little weird. We have Nova, Zeratul, Zul, Malfurion, and Zagara. Let's make sure Nova roams with me. We should be able to get a kill on anything. Hopefully that's the plan. Now, normally in this build, you would go for Greater Cleave, which is going to increase your cleave radius. And this just basically makes it easier for you to jump into the middle of a team fight and deal a lot of damage. We need someone top if we're going to be roaming. No one's spoken a single word this game other than me. Okay, then we need someone mid. Okay, but I don't really think I'm going to need that for wave clear, considering our team composition. So I am just going to go for Regen Master. I'm going to try to get as many Regen Globes as I can while we're in lane. And it's going to allow me to be a little bit healthier and hopefully take care of myself. We won't have to rely on Malfurion to keep us alive. We can do that on our own. As Illidan engages, I'm just going to back up. We'll go ahead and get in stealth. Nova seems to just be dropping a bunch of decoys so far. That seems to be the prominent strategy here. I'm going to go ahead and engage on Kel'Thas. This should be an easy kill. And now I'm just going to disengage. Beautiful. We'll go ahead, Sippy Cup, and then try to help out our Nova friend. But I think, yep, she overstayed her welcome and she is going to die. Hopefully they're getting stuff done down in the bottom lane. It is Zagara and Malfurion versus a lone Gazlo. I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be able to do it. Should have run the other way. It's okay, boo. It's all right. Happens to the best of us. Let's go ahead and get our Regen Globe. There we go. So Illidan is actually going to be a pretty good counter to us. He's going to be able to chase us down really, really far. We just lost our Zul up in the top lane. I'm going to ping for some assistance up here as my screen freezes for some reason and goes black. Cool. Oh, thank you. Thank you, display drivers. Oh, you're the best. Okay, we're back. We still have sound? Let's check. Let's check. We good? Yeah, we good. Okay. So Zagara's still down in the bottom lane. I don't really know why. We are going to have to deal with this Illidan here. I'm just going to blink in front of him, or try to blink in front of him, but of course he's Illidan, so he's going to go wherever the fuck he wants to go. Zul already calling GG. That's always encouraging. I'm going to soak the lane while they are doing this, because they shouldn't need me. And we're going to go for Gathering Power at level 4. Gathering Power makes it very, very important that we stay alive. Every time we get a kill, it's going to give us a stack to our Gathering Power. Up to, like, we're going to get a shit ton of ability damage. That's all you really need to know. You don't need to know the specifics of it. There's no ammunition here, so, I mean, this is pretty straightforward, easy kill. And then we can just leave. I feel like the game got significantly louder. Holy shit. Okay. So we've done that. We're good to go. Let's get this Regen Globe. We can push this in with Zagara and Malfurion. There's no reason not to. Absolutely no reason they shouldn't have been pressuring that tower already. Now that Illidan's shown up, we're just going to auto-attack him until his evasion goes down. And then throw in the miscellaneous Q here and there as well. As everyone ignores me. I'm trying to deal damage, everybody. I'm trying to do the thing. And unfortunately, we have to blink away. Malfurion did go back up to the top lane to soak that. That's totally fine. It's probably the right thing to do. Although, I did think he was with us during that whole ordeal. We're just going to cycle back up, get the Regen Globe middle, maybe deal some damage to this Gazlo. Not too much. Nice. Nice laser, bro. Nice laser. It was real good. These Avatar mines are going to be a bit of a bad news bears. if this game continues on too long. I'm in position to deal some really good damage to this Kael'thas, so I'm going to do that. Just going to auto-attack him down. Is there a Regen Globe there? No, there's not. So, we're up to 2 Gathering Power Stacks, 7 Regen Globes, and now we're going to be going for Void Slash. This is going to increase the amount of damage that our Q does within 1 second of us coming out of stealth. I believe that's the caveat. Yes. It's going to deal 30% more damage whenever we come out of stealth. So we want to open with our cleave all the time, or as fast as we can with the cleave. Good roots! Oh, the W missed. This, of course, is going to scale with Gathering Power too. So the higher we get our Gathering Power, the more damage our Q is going to be doing in general, but also when we exit stealth. So it's pretty important that we build that up. This is another reason you would want to pick up the Greater Cleave talent at level 1, because it makes it a little bit easier to actually land the cleave. You don't have to be as close to the target to actually get that off. So we have every member of our team down in the bottom lane. Kael'thas was here somewhere. If he continues to push, I am going to kill him, especially when he uses the majority of his abilities on the buildings themselves. Probably didn't think I was going to roam up. Well, I'm sorry, baby girl, I am. I am going to roam up. Stop moving. Thank you, Nova. Alright, so we took care of him. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to... No, I'm going to make it. We're good. We're good. Oh, that was getting a little tense. Okay. It's really, really important that I don't die. So those kind of gutsy plays where I dive across the map just to chase after one person, I need to make sure I'm very confident in the outcome of that fight. I need to make sure that I cannot win that fight. Or that's not what I'm going to say. I need to make sure that there's a very low outcome, a very low percentage of me not winning that fight. There we go. That's what I meant to say. Guys, I just woke up. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you. I promise I know what I'm talking about. I promise. We're going to go up here and gank this Gazlo, who's been pushing pretty far. We do have our level 10 heroic now. We do have the Void Prism, which is going to allow us to do just ridiculous things. Void Prism is like a dome you can put on the ground that stops time from happening. It will essentially make it so that anything in the bubble is completely cut off from the actual flow of time. The real question is, do we think Abathur's here? I did think Abathur was here. The minion wave's here with no locust. If there's a locust here... No, it looks like he just changed lanes. Okay. It is kind of my job to hunt down the Abathur. I'm definitely the one that's the most adept at doing that, so we need to keep that in mind. We have 4 Gathering Power stacks, which is pretty good. We just need to make sure we hold on to them. We can go in and cleave these guys down, no problem, to get our regeneration globes. I'm not really sure what they were thinking at all here, trying to get boss. I may just have to Void Prison here just to keep our Nova alive, but no, that actually went very well. We're working well together. We do, of course, see the enemy team's Brightwing here. Not really worth diving for, as our W does miss. But here we go, coming back in on the boss. This should be easy mode. I'll even tank it. That's how confident I am. Let's do it. Our Zul did die. I would assume that was up top versus the Kael'thas, because the Kael'thas most certainly is not down here. There we go. We got the boss. I wish the copies of Abathur would give me stacks to my Gathering Power, but sadly that is not the case. So that boss is going to be pushing the bottom lane. That's going to give us completely free opportunities to get these shrines. I'm going to head up top and try to help out our Zul. You'll notice that my health is regenerating very quickly, just because of their Regeneration Master. I do believe Malfurion gave me a little bit of a heal there as well, but, you know, that's okay. Let's... I don't know. Which ultimate? He went for Pyroblast, so we do actually need to be a little careful versus this Kael'thas. Pyroblast could actually really hurt. We are going to go for Wormhole at level 13, because it's the best talent in the tier, hands down. My only option to stop the Pyroblast is to Void Prison KT and then get out of his range in a 1v1 situation. He clearly sees me, he clearly knows I'm here. I'm going to sneak around behind him because the building's going to be dying very soon. And we'll just try to burst him down. And we do just that with the help of our Nova. I don't know what the question mark's for. Looks like Zul almost died on the point, but he was able to secure it just fine. Now I'm going to make my way down to the bottom lane and try to take out this Gazlo. Notice how good, well, we do have a Nova with us, but notice how good and effective we are at just killing squishy targets, deleting them from the game, but then moving on to kill the next squishy target. That is Zeratul's goal in life, and he's actually really, really good at it in Hero League right now. Previously, this was kind of the role that Nova filled when she had Gathering Power and anti-armor rounds, and she could just go in, snipe, and completely delete someone from the game instantly. This was Nova's job. But Zeratul's pretty good at it now too with this cleave build. At level 16, we are going to get more damage to our cleave, which is just going to increase the effectiveness even more. Looks like the enemy team may be going for this mercenary camp, so I'm just going to hang out and watch. If they position properly for this, I can actually steal it pretty easily. Oh, he sees me. Goodbye! I would love to get in there and do something. I really would. But I have so many stacks to worry about. We have 8 stacks. We don't want to lose those. That's 16% ability power. We don't want to lose that. That's a lot. We can make a lot happen with that. I think Illidan just used Hunt to get down to the bottom lane. Yes, he did. And I'm going to let Furion know that I'm on the way. I'll be there very soon. I'll go ahead and drop the Void Prison here. Ruined some of that precision strike. Not all of it, but some of it. Let's go ahead and get a kill on Brightwing. Now my plan is to leave. We don't have the Void Prison anymore. That's what I didn't want to happen to me. So luckily they actually focused Nova there instead of me because I was pretty vulnerable. Not too much I could have done there. After that Void Prison dropped, we all should have just backed away. Rending Cleave coming out of level 16. We'll just go ahead and start to clear these lanes, hopefully in one cleave. That's the goal. I want to be able to go in, push lanes, and still also be a menace in team fights. So we can cleave there, and look, all of the backline caster minions are going to die, which is going to allow that lane to push very, very effectively. And it only cost me 40 mana to do that. Really, really nice. That was one of the main problems that Nova had. She was very all in. Once she was spotted by the enemy team, she would pretty much die. No, don't spread it to me. And she didn't have any lane clear with her old, very extremely bursty build. You can see this is kind of a culmination of the best of both worlds. We have Blink, which is a fantastic escape. We have Void Prison, which is still arguably one of the best ultimates in the entire game. And then we have a bit of poke with our W and basically our nuke with our Q. It allows us to go in, kill assassins, and get out, usually with our life, you know, as you can see throughout the course of this video. It is going to take some practice if you're just starting to get into Zeratul. It is going to take some practice to just get the flow of battle down, to really get used to the ins and outs of that. But I definitely think it is worth the time investment. This should be a pretty easy kill. Yep. I don't see Illidan to hunt me. Oh, there he is. Yeah, we're going to Void Prison Illidan. I don't want to deal with that. We were cut off by ourselves, and that's where Illidan, like, excels. So I don't even want to deal with that. We're just going to drop the Void Prison. We're going to relocate. We're going to let our health come back with that Regeneration Master and then rejoin the team over here, although maybe a little too late. We do take down Kel'Thas as he was casting the Pyroblast, but I don't think there's too much more we can do. Illidan with the Abathur hat is fucking terrifying. I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want anything to do with that. Now that Zul's coming in, though, we can kind of re-engage. We can go ahead and focus down this Brightwing here. She's down. Look how much burst damage that is. It's absolutely ridiculous. I can bait this a little bit. He won't be able to kill me. Oh, no! Famous last words. Famous fucking last words. So I did lose all of my stacks there, so our ability power is back down to base values, so it is going to take some time to build that back up. That is the risk in this particular build. If you do get caught out, if you do die, it is a very, very big hit to your damage output, and you are going to have to rebuild that. Now, I want to bring attention to the damage numbers in this game. This build is 100% about burst damage and taking someone out of the fight immediately. Yes, we can lane clear. Yes, we can go push lanes when no one's there. That's what lane clearing means. I don't know why I keep repeating myself today. I guess I'm just in one of those moods. But we will not, or at least should not, be #1 on hero damage at any point, because we are not built for trading. We are not built for prolonged team fights. We are completely designed right now to jump in, take a high priority, low health target out of the game, and then get back to safety, wait for all of our cooldowns, and then jump back in and do it again. It's basically the snipe build for Zeratul, if that makes sense. Now, there is a shrine active on the map. It is up in the top lane. The enemy team has everyone alive. We are missing our Zul, so we do need to be careful here. We have 18 stacks of our Regeneration Master, which is helping out our numbers just a little bit. Gazlo was actually in position to... I'm just going to kill Gazlo. I'll let them do whatever they want to up there, and I'm going to stop this push. We don't have numbers advantage, so I really just don't think going up there by ourselves is a good idea anyway. And, of course, Gazlo's fucking gone now. So I'll just go ahead and kill this. We should be able to wipe the floor with it. Now, level 20, very important that you go for a rewind. And the reason for that is it allows you to use your cleave twice. Which, when cleave is the entire basis of your damage output, that's pretty important. We're just going to kite this guy around here for a second, wait for our cooldowns. We were tanking a minion wave when he engaged, so definitely not the ideal situation to fight a Gazlo in. If he's making his way back down here, though, we can kind of hit him pretty hard. Actually, it looks like Brightwing's down here now as well, teleporting down after the Lost Team fight up top, so... Oh, god damn it. Okay. And that was what you can do with the cleave, rewind, cleave. You can delete someone from the game just like that. I know they're pushing, but I'm really worried that the enemy team is doing boss, which they are. And I want to make sure that we get boss. So, Void Prison. Let's kill their healer. Drop the Void Prison. Let's kill their Gazlo, because it's a super easy kill target. And there you go. That's how you steal a boss, boys. That's how you steal a boss, boys. Let's make our way back to the base. We'll defend that. Again, one of the benefits of this build is that you can actually clear lanes. Most other builds that focus on this pure damage output, again, referencing the Nova, this is something that historically they struggled with. We do not struggle with it. So you can use this build on maps like Tomb of the Spider Queen to great avail. Be extremely effective with it. Looks like... My Q. Looks like we're in a very strong position to actually win this game. I'm going to go reinforce our team now. We don't have Void Prism off cooldown, but we do have the Rewind. Also, Rewind, you know, aside from its just pure damage output, it's also an ability that's going to increase your survivability because it's going to give you an extra blink on top of the Wormhole that you already have. Pretty cool, huh? I really, really like this build. Again, you can change it up a little bit at level 1 if you want to go for a bigger radius, but I don't really think the radius is needed. I would much rather get the survivability early on and then let that carry me to the late game. Sorry for the technical problems. Sorry for me stumbling over my words. I don't know. I guess I just wasn't quite awake yet. But hopefully you enjoyed today's video nonetheless. So the talents we went for: Regeneration Master level 1, Gathering Power, Void Slash, Void Prison, Wormhole. Great survivability talent, although I didn't really use it that much. Allows you to jump over walls, engage with your Q, deal a lot of damage, and then hop back over the wall very, very quickly. You can basically return to your location that you originally blinked from in a 2-second window. Then Rending Cleave. Cleave deals an additional 50% damage over 5 seconds. Of course, all of our damaging abilities scale off of Gathering Power, so if we can get this shit up to 30% maximum ability power, additional ability power, we're just golden. And that's all there is to it. Then we have Rewind, so we can blink more often and cleave more. Our W ability is kind of, you know, just kind of an afterthought in this particular build. You don't really use it for follow-through damage or anything, so, you know, you can deal damage with your W ability. I just didn't use it very much in this particular video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you all